Hi, I'm Jennifer Quick from Soul Clarity Coaching. I am the host for the Cacao Wild Woman Ceremonies. In the past, I've done these in person, and I'm still open to doing that. But the spa that I regularly did it at is now closed, and I'm moving this to an online platform. It will still be a very powerful evening, even though it's not in person. I have done many events as a participant as well as a facilitator in events online for ceremony, and had participants from around the world, as well as been a participant in events that are not local. There's a powerful thing that happens when people come together, and it doesn't matter where we are located. We can still create those bonds. The amazing part of the feminine energy is that it is very rooted in our earth atmosphere, and our earth, earth is mother, right? She is the feminine goddess herself. And so she really supports these ceremonies and bonds us together despite the distance. So I really invite you to participate and see for yourself how this works out. Now, the Wild Woman Cacao ceremonies, you don't have to have cacao in order to participate. It's okay. If you want to, I would recommend sourcing out a quality source of cacao. And during the ceremony, I will give you a little bit more information about that. If you want to go to my website at soulclarity.ca, you'll be able to find a little more information about cacao and what it does for you, as well as the kind that I use and where to get it, that type of thing. Most health food stores will have a quality. So cacao and chocolate are the same thing, but the cacao, ceremonial cacao, has been held sacred in its essence from seed to seed to seed to your cup. So generation after generation of the cacao trees have been honored and cared for and held in a sacred regard, with their energies protected generation after generation. So that's why it's ceremonial quality. If it'll be a high percentage, it tends to be quite bitter, as it is a pure cacao. It hasn't been mixed with sugar. You can add something to it to make it a little bit sweeter, some honey or maple syrup or something like that. I like to put chai spices into my cacao as well. So those are things that you can do, and it's not hard to find them. Like I said, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I might have even seen it once at London Drugs. I'm pretty sure I've seen it in Save On before, a decent enough quality of the cacao. Again, if you can source out something that is labeled and qualified as a ceremonial, the stuff I get, I actually import from Guatemala. And I know that it comes from a small community of women that put a lot of their essence into it. So I invite you to try and source out some of that. And hopefully I'll be able to find some of that for you and give you some advice as we move forward in the ceremonies. I do these ceremonies once a month. They have been extremely transformative for me. It's interesting, the very first cacao ceremony I did on Friday the 13th. And we chose Friday the 13th because that is a day that is very, very feminine. It's all about the feminine energy. 13 is the feminine number. Friday is the feminine day. It's from Freya. There's a whole thing. I'm going to post some information. I'll also have some information that night as to why Friday the 13th is such a powerful feminine day. It used to be a major day of worship in pagan history. It was a day of worship to worship the feminine energy and the feminine goddesses. So it's very fitting, very appropriate, very inspiring to me that, and I almost didn't do this, but when I saw that it fell on Friday the 13th for me to do my first online goddess ceremony, I thought, I have to do that. So it's very fitting that the very first Wild Woman ceremony that I ever hosted in person was on Friday the 13th. And now my very first online Cacao Wild Woman ceremony that I host will again be on Friday the 13th. please, I hope you find the time to come out and join us. I never know exactly which goddess is going to come, and what I'm being until usually a couple days prior. And since it's Wednesday right now, my very first one, I am starting to get a little bit of an idea of who's coming. Usually a couple days before the ceremony, I know, or I start to get an idea of who is coming, and I start to do the research behind them and start connecting with them. So every single month, there is a different feminine deity, so a goddess, ascended master, or a saint, or a feminine icon that is held in high regard. I channel their energy. They come through me and they guide us on a shamanic journey. Each one of us goes on our own personal. So I bring us together in ceremony. We connect. We get through the ethers, and I walk you through a guided meditation that allows you to connect with that feminine energy, that the whichever deity it is. She will connect with you. You'll feel her presence come with you, and she will, at one point, I will turn it over to her, and she will take you on your own personal journey. So every single one of these ceremonies is a personal connection between you and the goddess that I channel. So I really hope you get the chance to join me. I'm so looking forward to this. It is one of my favorite things that I've been doing every month, and I'm looking forward to carrying on. Thank you very much. Love you all. Mwah. I hope I see you at the Wild Woman Goddess Cacao Wild Woman Ceremony. Thank you.